Howdy ladies and gents, it's the Fat Loss for Humans Q&A. Let's get cracking. Question 1 from Nicola Kent, who asks, does my bum look big in this? It's the age-old question. So back in the day, that used to be a straight no. No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter what it looks like, the answer is no. But now, a lot more women are lifting and they kind of want a set of glutes. So do you say, you might be insulting someone if you say to them, no, your bum doesn't look big, it hasn't grown at all. When they're like, well, I've been squatting enough, it should have grown, it should be bigger. So now I think the accepted kind of response is going to be, your bum looks great. So if anyone asks, does my bum look big, does it look too small? It looks great. Just leave it at that. It looks great. And then move on with the rest of your day. Second question from Jackson on Instagram. What are my macros? So I'm not particularly dieting at the moment, so I'm not following anything too rigid, but generally I'll give you kind of a ballpark idea. I sit around 2,600, probably like 160 to 180 grams of protein, 70-75 fat, and carbs always come out kind of 300, maybe a little bit higher, but kind of floating around there, unless it's the work Christmas party where they go to shit. Next question, also from Jackson, who asked, do I ever use low carb days or zero carb days? So for me, I've got nothing against low carb, but for me personally, I find them hard to stick to. I do feel it in the gym, a lack of energy, so they kind of don't make sense. But that being said, it's not something I'm adverse to, but at the moment, yeah, there's no real need. Last question. I got one from Lou on Instagram, and someone asked me on the gym floor the other day as well, and that was basically asking me to give them an idea about how much they should be eating, like what sort of calories they should be aiming for. Now this is incredibly difficult to do, just kind of off the cuff. So you have to look at, so if anyone's kind of watching this thinking, how many calories should you be eating? A really basic way of doing it is to take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by an activity multiplier. So by 11, 12, 13 or 14. So on the lower end of the scale, maybe if you've got an inactive job and you don't really train that much, you multiply your weight in pounds by 11 and that will give you your calories, sort of some there or thereabouts. If you're on the opposite end of the scale, let's say you've got an active job, you're a gardener, and you train 5-6 days a week, then multiply your weight in pounds by 14. Now most people kind of fit somewhere in the middle, so maybe they've got a desk-based job, but they train a couple of times or train a few times a week, then maybe you multiply your weight by kind of 12 to 13. Mike Samuels from Healthy Living, Heavy Lifting has got a nice kind of article about this, so I'll link that in there below. But the best way of doing it, honestly, if you can be bothered to set aside a couple of weeks, is just track calories for 2 weeks, track your body weight on the scales, so you'll get like an average of both. And if you've leveled out, you'll know roughly where your calories should be. In terms of working out kind of protein, fat and carbs, I would get the calories under control first. Maybe to start with, get calories and try and hit 3 to 5 servings of protein a day. If you're doing that, then you'll be there or thereabouts. Thank you very much for the questions. I'll do the same again this week, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy.